we're going to celebrate Marsh Madness, short for Marshmallow Madness. So we're going to play a little game called Marsh Madness today. I hope we have the slides. Here it is, March Madness. It's a simple game. I'll explain it to you. All that's going to happen is you will take one person from each grade. A person will have a marshmallow. One person on the right side, one person on the left, and you will throw it up and try to catch it. Of course, you're going to have to take off your mask in order to catch it, but please don't spit on the crowd. Please don't do anything that I want to do. And so make sure if you catch, let's say, for example, if I caught that and I ate it, I would be the first one to get to guess and answer this question. And so the question is, so if I'm the first one to guess the marshmallow, I'm explaining this terribly. I would get to guess first, all right? So marshmallows are mainly made out of love, clouds, cotton candy, or sugar. Which one do you all think? Honestly, love, people. We all know marshmallows are made of love, but is that correct? That was incorrect. And so let's say if I got it wrong, the person across would get a chance to answer instead of me. So it is a race to see who can catch a marshmallow, and it's also part of it to see if you can get the correct answer. But I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of leading games. And so we have some awesome leaders, Emma and Ellie, that are going to lead us. So give it up for them as they lead us.
Okay, so you already explained it, so I don't have to explain it. So we're going to start off with sixth grade. So I need one sixth grade lady and one sixth grade guy, whoever you so may choose to come up and play. Bring it up here. Perfect. Okay, we got a girl. So, you know how you're playing? You ready? Okay, prepare yourself. Ready? So you're going to start tossing. In 3, 2, 1, go. The largest s'more ever made weighed how many pounds? 2,000, 275, 900, or 1,600? What do you think? 275 pounds. Is it B? Oh, it's not B. Oh, no. What size? 1,600. What's the correct answer? Yeah! Wow. Boy. Impressive. Seventh grade ladies and seventh grade guys. I'm taking it. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, you guys, three tossing high, 2 feet in the air. I'm gonna watch you guys. 2, 1, start tossing. Oh, you got it. Oh, no! Okay, so the question for Bella is: the marshmallow capital of the world is located in Stanley, Idaho, Austin, Texas, Indiana, Topeka, Kansas. Bella, what do you think? Long and hard about this. This is important. It's really important, Bella. This is the greatest question you'll ever answer. C. Is it C? Oh, got it! Good job. Wow. That was impressive. All right, now we have 8th grade guys and 8th grade ladies to come on up. Where are you? Running up here. All right, we have our 8th grade ladies. We have 2 guys up here. Oh. Okay, are you guys ready? Are you prepared? In 3, are you ready? Okay, rock, paper, scissors, who's gonna go? Ooh. Oh, we have all the time. This is like a whole separate competition. Wow. All right, we have our lady. Are you guys ready? Grab your marshmallows. All right, in 3, 2, 1, go. Who's gonna catch it first? Oh, that was right. Didn't catch it. Oh, that was a cut. Okay, well, we'll review. That was like a cut. I'm scared. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, let's see. That was. You guys toss them higher. Toss them higher. Yeah, you guys toss them high. Toss them high. Oh, nice. All right, it by Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, Eagle Scouts, or Sandlot? What do you think? What do you think it is? Is it the Boy Scouts?
Incorrect.
It is not the Boy Scouts. Ladies, what do you think? You have time. You can win this back. What are you thinking? Is it the Girl Scouts? It is the Boy Scouts. Eighth grade ladies just make it. It's so good. All right, we are moving into our leader round. So we need a sixth grade leader from a sixth grade guys leader and a sixth grade girls leader to come out. I got Andrew for the guys and Sarah for the ladies. All right, I'm gonna stop. Okay, and 3, 2, 1. Pass the marshmallows. All right, Sarah, your question is, the fear of marshmallows is called, I can't see it, hylophobia, nomophobia, allophobia. Is it just not a thing? Is it not a thing at all?
That's
It
incorrect.
is not right. It's time to take it.
We'll say B.
Is that the correct answer? All right, now we need a 7th grade ladies leader and a 7th grade guys. Head to head, here we go. Grab those marshmallows. Yeah, grab them, pick them up. All right, throw them high. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Americans buy blank pounds of marshmallows each year. A, 10 million, B, 90 million, C, 50 billion, or D, 1 trillion. Jay, what is the answer? 10 million.
Incorrect.
And this one right there, you can take it. What do you think? C. Is it C, 50 billion? It's 50 million. That is a lot of marshmallows. Wow. That's a lot of sugar. All right, so we have an 8th grade guys leader, an 8th grade ladies leader, and come close. This girl, I see you got over. All right. Are you guys ready? Are you prepared? Yes, I got that. All right, let's start that. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, whoa. That was fast. All right, 3, 2. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we'll let you choose who else would like. That was extraordinarily impressive. You guys did so high. Okay, ready? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh my. Listen! All right, listen. Your question. What percentage of marshmallows are roasted over a fire each year? Is it 50%, 40%, 90%, or 75%? Is it 40%?
Incorrect.
Definitely 75.
Gold. It's 50%. Okay, so you're going to do one icebreaker, right?
Student round. Student round.
Another student round. All right, we need another 6th grade lady and another 6th grade guy. Both 6th grade girls. Let's go. You got it. Marshmallow. Shake it out. All right, don't get any cupcakes. You got to do it fast. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Pop the marshmallow. Oh. Mystery guys. Okay. Marshmallows used to only be available for trees, barrels, Teachers or astronauts? What's your answer? Astronaut.
Incorrect.
Is it all right? You have a chance to win. What are you thinking? Is it teachers? Oh, it's sparrows. Guys, I did not know that. Okay, seventh graders. Seventh grade guys. Where's our seventh grade guys? I mean, I'll take those. I think they'll let us win it. All right, we have a seventh grade guy. All right, are you guys ready? All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, seventh grade guys. Woo. Okay. Marshmallows have been used to treat A, sore throat, B, balding, C, headaches, or D, leprosy. What's your answer? A, sore throat. Wow. Does it actually work? Yeah. Notice that. You can make it. I'm going to do that. All right. We need an 8th grade guy and an 8th grade lady. Yet again, we have 2 mystery guys. We have another stack competition to figure out who's going to come up. Oh. All right. Grab your marshmallows. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, lady. Very quick. All right, your question is, the modern marshmallow was born in Canada, America, Africa, or France? Is it Canada?
No, it is not
Canada.
Canada.
A great thing such as marshmallow can only be made in one place, America.
Ryan, do we have a winner? We need tiebreaker.
All right. We have a 4-way tie. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have, since we don't want too many people to crowd the front. Actually, no. We'll send one representative from. If you guys can crack 1 cup for each grade. Actually, we need cup. We need 1 cup for the 6th grade guys, the 7th grade girls, the 7th grade guys, and the 8th grade girls. It is a 4-way tie. No, the 6th grade guys, the 7th grade girls, the 7th grade guys, and the 8th grade girls. So we need 1 representative to go to the front. We go to the front. We need 4 cups.
Okay, each corner. You ready for this?
All right.
Have you been practicing?
Let's have you guys spread down just a little. We need our 6th grade guys and our 8th grade girls.
And Stephanie, back up to the wall. All right. I'm gonna get back to the wall. Okay, are you ready? Too bad. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so the question is, during high pressure liftoff, astronauts have been known to use marshmallows to protect their eyes, nose, ears, or mouth. What is your answer? Is it their ears?
Incorrect.
Ooh.
That means we need another throw up.
We're gonna have another tie.
7th grade guys. 7th grade
No,
guys.
we're falling down. All right. Counting in 3, 2, 1. Throw high. Throw high. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh! Did you catch it? They both caught it.
6th grade guys. 6th grade guys.
Okay. Your question is, during high pressure. That's the wrong. Nope. Do we have another one?
It's definitely the same question. I got it wrong. So keep on going. We need the right answer.
What's your answer?
great, guys. And give it up for Emma and Lily for leading us. Give your guys a round of applause. Thank you for playing March Madness. You guys might put this table over there. Like, give it up again for Ellie and Emma for leading on game today. Thank you, guys. Sixth grade guys, I'll bring you some candy because I could not find some Rice Krispies. I thought we had Rice Krispies, but we all got eat. So I'll bring you some candy when you guys have small groups. But we are getting started with some announcements. So as I'm announcing, I'm going to sneak off the stage real quick. So here's our first announcement. Our first announcement is this. We are meeting on Sundays. So if you guys are, I know we're so used to sleeping in. I know we're so used to like just collecting on Sunday. But if you happen to be up at 11 a.m., we are meeting here from 11 to 12. We will be in the Senior Adult Center, soon to be our center, and soon to be a new name we need. So we are meeting right down this lane at the far building, but we meet there from 11 to 12 p.m. So make sure you come through for that as we are meeting there. Our next announcement is this, Oh, we have a lovely video for you.
Okay, that was me.
So this year, we are going to Hume Lake Summer Camp. How many guys came last year to Camp Kajabi? Or how many of you have actually gone to Hume Lake Summer Camp? Raise your hand or cheer, I can't see you. So, all right. So this year, we are planning to go. There's no guarantee it will happen, but we are going to try our best to make sure camp happens this year. So whether it's here at home, whether it's actually on the mountain of Hume Lake, whether it's something else, we're going to try to do camp this year from July. I'm gonna get the date right. July, oh man, it's not even on the board. It's in the month of July. I believe it's the 18th through the 23rd or something like that. But we are going up to Hume Lake, and hopefully it is something that's able to happen. It's going to cost, how much money you guys think?
600.
Oh, a little bit higher. It's gonna be like 660 people. It's gonna be $660. I know, so expensive. So the plan is to hopefully be going to Hume Lake this year. And I know we missed out last year, but enough to go. And so we're going to try our best to make it up there. We have fundraising opportunities hopefully coming up. But if we're not able to do fundraisers, there are camp scholarships. I know I ain't got $600 to spend like that. I mean, unless you want to give me that money. But so we're going to do our best to make sure everyone can get scholarships. No matter what we're doing this summer, we are hopefully going to Hume Lake. But just keep an eye out for that. In July, we are hopefully doing a camp, hopefully at Hume Lake. So signups are starting now. And our last but not least announcement is this. We are, oh wait, no, go back. I hopefully had another announcement. We are transitioning indoors. Did I give that slide? That slide? No. Yes, aha! I know it's there. We're moving indoors next month. And I know some of us have different comfortability of whether we're indoors or outdoors. I know we're out indoors right now, but I know sometimes it's your parents' decision, but we are hopefully going to be moving indoors next month. So that's in 2 weeks, not next week or this week, in 2 weeks, right after Easter. And we will hopefully be doing snacks, these are pre-packaged snacks. So don't worry, we're not just going to be doing a salad and all of us sticking our hands in and eating it. Because who wants salads and sticky hands anyways. But we are doing packet snacks next month, and we will also have small groups indoors and service indoors. And so just let your leader know if you're able to do that or not. We want to make sure we're adjusting for as best we can for everyone, because I know these are crazy times, but hopefully we'll be moving all indoors next month. And so that's just a little heads up for 2 more weeks, in 2 weeks, I should say. And last but not least, who knows what national month this is this month, besides Easter coming up, who knows? It's National Women's History Month, and so I know I'm supposed to be talking about a woman in history, but I just want to say, well, there's ladies in my life that are very special to me and that mean a lot. And so I've talked about my mom or my grandma, I've talked about my mom. This week I'm talking about my cousin. Her name is Roxanne. Roxanne, my cousin, as you can see, loves bikes, all right? She probably doesn't want, never tell someone else someone's age, especially if they're older. But she's older than me, and she's someone I really look up to because she started from just like not knowing what she wanted to do, and then all of a sudden we're helping run a successful bike company, and she builds her own bike, she rides her own bike. In fact, she like took a crazy fall and like destroyed her shoulder, but she's doing good now. But she's just someone I really look up to because she's someone that has chased her dreams, that really is into biking in nature and kind of wants to help younger people or people that don't have access to nature or to bikes to get that opportunity. And how many of you guys remember the fires that happened like the Santa Cruz Mountains and over California this past summer? So my cousin Roxanne, she lives in the Santa Cruz Mountains. And so she literally had the fires come up to her backyard. It was only because her neighbor was a fireman that her house got saved. But the reason why that's not a crazy thing is because she and her husband are so generous to the people up there. She helped build up things for the community around her. She helped sell things. She helped buy things for people. She's just such a generous person. And she's just a woman that I would really look up to. So whether it's someone in your family, whether it's your sister or a teacher or a parent, make sure you thank or you say, I don't know, just a word of encouragement, or to be like, just tell them they're awesome. Because there's awesome, a lot of ladies in the world. I know there's some not awesome ladies in the world as well. But think about someone in your life, maybe it's a cousin like mine, maybe it's a sister or aunt, that kind of is awesome. Think about them and thank them and pick that up because it sounds like you might have grown. But guys, we're going to jump right into this message, but before I do that, so I can catch our breath, so we can all kind of get cooled down because the heater's on here and I'm like sweating. I'm gonna pray for us, so would you guys please assume the prayer position? Let's talk about it. God, thank you for these students. Thank you for tonight. Just thank you for the crazy wind and the crazy heater that is on, and just for marshmallows, and for the 6th grade guys winning the game. And yeah, God, we all know this is a gift. We can't take this for granted, God. We are here because, not just because we wanted to be, not just because our parents or guardians brought us here, because you brought us here, God. And God, we know that things like this, meeting together, we can't take for granted. God, we think about people who lost their lives this past week, whether it was in the Colorado shooting or whether it was in the Atlanta shooting, God. It's just really sad to see people lose their lives. It's sad to see people in the Asian community being having prejudice against them and just taken advantage of. It's hard to see terrible things happen in the world, God. But God, thank you for us being here. That this is something beautiful, and that this is something that we can have hope in and just reflect on how good our lives are, even with difficulty going on. So God, we just thank you for tonight. We just thank you for these students and leaders that are here. And God, we just pray for the world as they are kind of going through a hard time. We just pray for all the things you're doing in our life. Your name? What's that? Amen. All right, everyone. How many of y'all, you can shout or raise your hand out there. How many of y'all like climbing or heights? How many of you like going on roller coasters or like climbing up tall trees or going on top of buildings and looking down? How many of you guys like heights? How many of you are like that kind of, or you would love to go skydiving? Okay, how many of you? Okay. Okay, yes, okay, this is gonna matter to you. You're adrenaline junkies. I see you. How many of you are frightened of heights? How many of you are terrified? You don't like even climbing on the ladder. You get those like shaky knees. You get sweaty palms. You feel super nervous. All right. Wait. Raise your hand because I don't want to feel like the only one. All right. If you're scared of heights, I feel your pain. So whether you love heights, whether you're scared of heights, whether it depends, you know, because some of us would be willing to go on a roller coaster, or we're not willing to stand bungee cord off a bridge or something. But the reason why we're so afraid of heights is because or maybe some of us are not, is because it causes a sense of like not feeling in control. And I especially think about this when we go up to Hume Lake. I don't know if you've ever been to Hume Lake, but at Hume Lake, it's all in the nature, it's all in the mountains. And up there, they have a ropes course, all right? And so maybe you've been on it before, it kind of looks like this on the screen. And so it has like different courses, it has like a drop where they unlatch you and you fly through the trees. They have a drop or they have a part where you have to jump and grab onto, I don't even know if it's a rope, I don't know what it is. I would never do it. But you have to jump and leap over like, it's like, the trees are like, I don't know, 50 feet in the air. Maybe it's less than that, maybe it's like 40 feet. But it gradually goes up, right? You start climbing up the ladder in the high ropes. It starts from like 15 feet to like 20 feet to 25 feet until it gets to 30 and like, I don't know about you. For some of you, that probably is like, wow, I'd love to do that. For me though, it's not that exciting. I actually remember the first time I went on those ropes course. I remember getting harnessed up and they put all the ropes on me and the helmet and stuff like that. I remember I start climbing up the ladder. And what do they always tell you not to do when you are up in heights?
Look down.
Look down. And what do?
Look down.
I look down and I see how high I am. And I'm like, probably only like 15 feet off the ground. And then I was like, no, it's not worth it. And I climbed right back down. And maybe some of you are like, Ryan, you're a chicken. Come on, man. Just like, be brave. And the reason why I don't think I'm a chicken, the reason why I think like, I'm actually smart for not going up there and like, is because I don't have a lot of faith in myself when I'm up in heights. I don't have a lot of faith that if I fall, that those ropes will actually work. Because there's a chance they won't. There's a chance they will, and there's a chance I'll fall, right? And so, this is the thing. This is the thing about faith. You have to have faith. Sometimes faith can be belief without any evidence, or faith can be trust or kind of confidence in a person or thing. So obviously, the reason why I climbed right back down that tree and took off that harness was because I had no faith in those ropes. I had no faith that I would not fall. I thought, man, this is not worth the risk. This is not worth me putting faith in someone else's hands or putting my faith into these ropes. And this not only happens in extreme sports like going on high ropes, but this happens in life. We can lose faith in people, we can lose faith in kind of God, or we can have lots of trust and lots of confidence in our friend, or lots of trust and lots of confidence in his seatbelt. You know, there's different things that we trust and have faith in. And there's other things that we're like, I'm not sure if that's worth the risk or to have faith. And so what do we do with this? What is this faith that we're supposed to have in? Who's this person or thing we are to trust? Because oftentimes, we don't know. We don't know if someone is trustworthy. We don't know if someone's going to let us down. We don't know if that rope's going to break as we're climbing across like those steps with ropes on it, which don't do it, it's scary. But like, we don't know. How do we have faith? So this video talks about how do we have faith and what does faith look like? So let's check out this video.
Imagine two people. One person is a mediocre swimmer, but they're extremely confident they can swim from New York to London. The other person is making the same trip, but they're taking a plane. One catch, they're terrified of flying, and they're convinced the plane will crash. In one scenario, you have someone who has a lot of faith, and in the other, you have someone who has a lot of doubt. Who is more likely to make it to London?
It's not the amount of faith you have, but actually what your faith is in. We often think of doubt and faith as two separate ends of a slider. The more faith we have, the less doubt we have. And the more doubt we have, our faith might begin to shrink. Reality is a bit more complicated though. Most would say they've experienced moments of great faith during doubt and moments of crippling doubt during faith.
In modern times, when we talk about faith, we often mean one of two things: a belief without evidence, similar to the Hebrews definition, or confidence or trust in a person or thing. Both capture an aspect of faith, but the second definition focuses on where we put our faith. Sometimes our faith is well placed, like in a good friend we've known for a long time. Sometimes our faith is poorly placed, like in that week-old leftover fish in the back of the fridge. It's clear, it's the object of our faith that truly matters. Our friend was always a good place for our faith, but that fish never was.
And when it comes to Christian faith, it's vital that our faith is in the right place. Tim Keller puts it this way: you can believe that the Bible is God's holy word. You can show great reverence for God, yet all the while, you can be seeking your own Savior and justifier by trusting in your own performance in religion, in moral character, in vocation, in parenting, etc.
Our faith cannot be in ourselves. It must be in the finished work of Jesus. When it comes to the gospel, this is actually very reassuring. Our salvation has never come from our own hard work or our own good behavior. Our faith is in who Jesus is and the work that he did.
It takes faith to believe that you're accepted, that you're loved, that you are valuable. And so I choose faith over religion. This is why the book is subtitled How I Lost My Religion and Found My Faith. Because I got so accustomed to performing, so accustomed to putting on a show so that people would appreciate me and value me, that I brought that into my relationship with God. And so for God, I felt like I don't perform well, he's not gonna love me. I don't do this thing right, I'm not gonna be appreciated. If I break this cardinal rule or commit this cardinal sin, whatever that may be, whatever it is in your mind, in some kind of way, God is going to turn things back on me. And truthfully, God is a better dad than I am.
This leads us back to the Atlantic Ocean. We can have faith in our ability to swim across the ocean, but that faith won't help us 5 miles in. On the other hand, we can fully believe the plane flying across the ocean will crash and burn. We can doubt it, but if we have just enough faith to get on that plane, we're gonna make it.
After his disciples failed to heal a young boy, Jesus tells them, "If you have faith like a grain of mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you." When Jesus says this, he's not saying that believing in yourself will let you move mountains. He's inviting us to have just the smallest amount of faith in him, and he'll show us the impossible. In our striving and thinking and philosophizing, we sometimes forget that it is Jesus' work, his death and resurrection, that saves us. Our own striving doesn't get us far. And just like that plane, we just need the faith to get on board. That little bit of faith is all that's required for salvation and the beginning of transformation into our new life.
Doubting is part of what it means to be a Christian. We'll all experience seasons where our faith grows and seasons where it shrinks. We'll feel the thrill of the mountaintops of faith, and we'll feel the waves of doubt threatening to drown us. What's also Christian is holding on to the little faith we have if and when doubt becomes overpowering. And this is one of the glorious, wretched, comforting, and distressing truths of Christianity. It's almost paradoxical. Doubt can make our faith burn all the brighter. Russian author Fyodor Dostoevsky once concluded that it is not as a child that I believe and confess Christ. My Hosanna is born out of a furnace of doubt.
I had a mentor say to me, "Reese, do you want Jesus to exist? Do you want the gospel to be true?" I said, "Of course." And she said, "Okay, then live like it's true, even if your mind never catches up." Christianity is about a lot more than just believing the right things. I'm not done with my intellectual search, but I was really encouraged by the truth that God is relational, not just rational, and that walking with him may teach me more than arguing and reading and thinking ever will.
May we be brave enough to admit we have doubts. And like that father, may we be brave enough to cry out to Jesus to help our unbelief, to help our doubt.
Doubt is something that we're all going to struggle with. like they said in the video, the reason why I'm getting choked up about it is because I think about all the times in my life where I have a lot of faith, where I feel like I'm a really strong Christian, and I have other times where I feel like, do I even believe this at all? And there's an awesome promise that a disciple of Jesus wrote once to a group of believers just like us, to encourage them when they feel like, man, they're super strong Christians, or even times when they doubt if God is even good. He wrote this to encourage them. And so I want one of you guys to read it for me. It'll be on the board. It's 2 different slides, but it's 2 Timothy 2:11-13. So who's got this read? I went with a gentleman last week, so I'm going to go with the lady. Bella, you guys, it's 2 slides, but can you read 2 Timothy 2:11-13 for us? Even if we're not faithful, he remains faithful. Even if we feel like we don't have enough faith, even if we don't know if when we're praying it doesn't feel like it's doing anything, even if we come to church and it feels like, man, we always talk about the same thing, even if we feel like we're reading our Bible every day and feel like, man, God is so good, even if we're not faithful, God is faithful. And I love this last line where it says, because he remains true to his character, because that's who God is. Because God is someone that is going to be faithful to you, that he is someone that is trustworthy, that he is someone that you can depend on, even when you feel like you can't depend on anyone else, even yourself. And I want us to leave away with this idea that they said in the video. It's not the amount of faith you have, right? It's not like, man, I have this much faith versus like this much faith that you have. No, it's rather what we put our faith in. And so for us, what are you putting your faith in? Are you putting it in your grades? Are you putting it in your parents? Are you just putting it in your friends? Are you just putting it in yourself? Those aren't bad things. Those are good things to have trusted. But ultimately, are you putting your faith in Jesus? And not just a one-time decision, but a daily thing where you're saying, Jesus, I don't know what's going to happen today, but I trust you with my relationships. I trust you with my homework. I trust you that even if I don't have a lot of faith, that Jesus, you're faithful. And I've said this before, but I went to Ireland in 2018, and here's a picture of Amber, my wife, in Ireland. And in Ireland, in Northern Ireland specifically, there's this bridge called the Carrick, totally butchered their name. It's the Carrick something bridge. We'll just call it that. It's a Carrick something bridge. You can Google it or Wikipedia, you'll know the name. But it was built in the late 1800s, all right? And they've made some improvements on it, but it is a bridge that goes from, I think it's 90 feet tall over the ocean water, and it's about 60 feet long. So 60 feet long from one island to another, and it's 90 feet above the ocean, all right? And do you guys remember, am I afraid of heights? Yes. So I knew when we got there and we were making that beautiful hike with Amber and I knew we were going to come across this bridge. And so I was trying to like be brave and be like, okay, you got this, Ryan. You can do this. Like you're brave. You're not afraid of heights. I'm like, yes, I'm totally afraid of heights. And so I walk up to the bridge and I was like, I'm so scared of heights. I don't want to do this. No one's making me do this, but I know I have to choose to do this because like I'll regret this because I've never been to Ireland. I gotta do this. I gotta step out of faith. So after like trying to psych myself up, I go on that bridge, and here's a little video of, you may have to press it again, Emily. Here's the video of me going across that bridge. 90 feet above the ocean, and you can't, with the wind blowing and the bridge is moving side to side, and Amber thinks it's funny to shake the bridge as I'm behind her, and so you can't hear me, but I am saying, Amber, stop, Amber, stop. And so I walked 60 feet across that bridge. And then after I got over my fear, I realized, oh wait, if you go across the bridge, what does that mean? You have to go back. And so I eventually made it back, but there's been times where if you go on the Wikipedia page, there's stories of people that made it across that bridge that couldn't go back. And they had to get boated off that island because they could not take that step of faith to do it. And so maybe for you guys, you feel like, Ryan, I would never even step on a bridge. Or like, Ryan, I would sprint across that bridge and like hang off the sides. And I don't know how much faith you would put in that bridge for yourself. But I know that just as much as I was scared, it's just as much as I didn't feel comfortable and felt like, man, how much faith can I put myself on this bridge? Man, how much more can we have faith in Jesus? That Jesus is something that's secure and someone we have confidence in. That no matter how scared we are, no matter how lost we feel or how good we feel, God is saying, I am trustworthy. You can trust me. Even though it's scary, even though you can't see him or hear him, Jesus is saying, will you trust me? Will you take that little step of faith? Because it's not the amount of faith you have, but it's what you put your faith in. So I don't know where you guys are at with Jesus. Maybe you followed him for your whole life. Maybe you're not sure. I would just say, just take that first step. Which is like talking to him, just saying, being honest with God, saying, hey God, I'm scared. Or hey God, I don't know what I'm doing. Or hey God, I need help. God will take that little step of faith, just putting your foot on that bridge, and he will walk you across. Because guys, it's not just a one-time thing of walking across a bridge, but it's a whole life journey of trusting Jesus and having faith in him. So guys, would you please assume the prayer position? Let's talk about it. Jesus, it's easy to doubt you, especially when things are uncertain. It's easy to go through the motions and feel like our relationship's safe with you. But when things get rocky, when we feel like we're going to fall, when we feel like our grades are going down, when we feel like our relationships are rough patch, God, it's easy to doubt you. It's easy to doubt if you're even good. But Jesus, I hope you would help us realize that, man, that little step of faith, even if it's just one small step, Jesus, you will honor that, because even if we are not faithful, you remain faithful, because God, you are good, and you care for each and every single one of these students. So God, no matter how much doubt or no matter how much faith we have, Jesus, I pray that we would take that one step of faith, knowing that Jesus, you're walking alongside of us that whole way. So you're in prayer and said, Amen.
All right, we're going to play a new song. It's called Trust in You. The chorus of the song is really easy. It just says, when I trust in you, I do the thing that I was made to do, to live a life that fully rests in you and all your promises for me. Oh, when I trust in you. And maybe, I don't know if I was your guys' age or just a little bit older when I actually started wondering about all the questions of life. I was like a science nerd, so all of evolution stuff was like, how does this make sense? I have no idea. But even when we can't see, even when we don't understand, that's really what faith is. So I hope you guys are encouraged, and I hope you guys decide to have faith when the time comes. But anyways, we're gonna sing the song together. And then if you guys catch on, I'd love to hear you guys sing along.
Perfect love casts out fear. Why should I ever be afraid? When I know that you always be right next to me. Still my vision's kind of blurry. Sometimes I can see even in the darkest night, you're always Cause when I trust in you, to the thing that I
You guys can stand with us. Let's try something.
Let the key in my heart be the mountain where I run, the fountain I drink from, always my soul. Let the key of my heart be the shadow where I hide, the ransom for my life, always my soul. For you are good, you're good. Let the king of my heart be the wind inside my sails, the anchor in the waves, so is my song. Let the king of my heart be the fire inside my veins, the echo of my days, so is my song. Let the king of my heart be the wind inside my sails, the anchor in the waves, so is my song. Let the king of my heart be the fire inside my veins, the echo of my days, oh, is my song. For you are good. You're never gonna let me down. 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 You are good. You are good.
God, we thank you that even though we can't see it sometimes, or it feels like our heart and our mind is at war, God, we know that we can trust you no matter what comes. Even when we don't see it and we don't understand it, we have all the right reasons still to believe in you. God, we ask for your hand of protection over our faith and over our relationship with you, Lord. We give this all back to you. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen, guys. All right, we will see you in your small groups. We will see you next week. Please throw your trash away. Grab some water if you want. We will see you guys next week. Bye.